Hey there, greetings to you. I am V. Welcome to my channel, V Love and Crystals, where I put deck reviews on this channel and I do lightwork videos periodically from time to time. Starting to slow down with that, but I'll try my best to record more when I'm out in nature. I love that, and I know a lot of people like to see those. So if you want pick a card readings, I have a separate channel for that. I'll link that down below. I moved everything over. And so we're going to dive into the Crystal Says Oracle, and I did a review back when I launched the deck on my Etsy, but the quick flip through is there, which is a minute long, but my whole explanation, my 20-minute explanation is completely gone. It's like it magically disappeared. And people are asking me, and I'm like, yeah, it's on my channel. I'm like, wait a minute, where is it? I couldn't find it. So I'm just going to do it all over again and show you the glimpse of, or no, the inside of the Crystal Says deck. Look, I thought I would pull this cool amethyst cluster. So thank you for watching. This is our yes and no maybe deck, and our newest release, which is her sister is The Witch Becomes Her Oracle. So if you're looking for all types of archetypes, spiritual energies describing different spiritualists, you know, we have every type of witch you can think of. Well, not every type of witch. There's way more, but I narrowed it down to 53. So, and each one has all the keywords. So if you're interested in the sister deck, I'll have that linked in my Etsy shop. Buy any two of our decks, save $10 with free USA shipping. And if you contact me via via Instagram at my verified account, V Love Crystals, we have a PayPal sale going for $29.99 per deck with free USA shipping, and they are much cheaper than Etsy, so because the fees are much lower, so we can try to make them more affordable via PayPal. So thank you so much. Let's dive in. So our decks comes in a purple organza bag. That's 53 cards. We put charms or crystals with our little goodie bags, and we wrap them up in beautiful wrapping paper. Here is the actual deck, and it's not in order because I've used this time and time again. So the good thing about this deck is that it has a glimpse of what the psychic, the medium, the witch, the goddess wants to tell you. Chelsea says, try again later, and you see that there's a lock in here. It's like, nope, there's no key, so you might want to come back again when you do have the key to unlock this little chain right here, this little lock. So there are different faces, we have different nail colors, we have different skin tones, we have different names and messages. It's not just yes, no, maybe so. It's like, you know, other supportive messages. So I will share with you, and I will also shuffle at the end. So you have Chelsea Says, and we call it Crystal Says because Crystal Ball is doing the talking, and Chelsea, or the rest of the females, they're doing the delivering. So that's how we can look at it. So Chelsea says, try again later. Evie says, yes for now. There's a tree there. The sun's shining finally. Isis says, the universe is on it. And you can see that she's a goddess. This one looked just like a goddess, so that's why I named her Isis. And my husband and I had so much fun with this. This is probably one of the hardest decks to do besides the Fortune Cookie Oracle. If you don't know about that one, this one was very hard because my husband created everything from scratch, like the 3D graphics here, and then he mixed in photographs from other people, and so this was really hard. It took months to put that together. But this one and the Witch Becomes Her decks were really hard because we had to make sure the faces matched what the wording was saying. And then I had to make sure that everything was balanced. We had a lot of yes cards, a lot of no cards, and a lot of neutral cards, but in different text or different wordings. And then we had to make sure that the image matched her face, and it matched the nails and the bracelets, and make sure her face matched her name. It was really difficult, but it was fun. And I loved working with my husband and my daughter on this one. So Kira says, absolutely not. Lois says, red light. Stop! Don't think about it. Davinia says, good idea. Juliet says, maybe so. So there's a horse here. They're establishing trust. Maybe the horse will begin to trust her. Maybe. Unlikely, we have a lightning moment here, which can be like on the verge of a tower. We got the skyline here, some skyscrapers. Onyx says, it will happen. Zenith says, count on it. Scarlet says missed opportunities or opportunity. Raya says shift your focus. Star says make a plan. Holly says don't count on it. Pearl says unclear. So there's this website that we belong to, we subscribe to, and there are a whole bunch of artists that upload their work for free, no attribution required. But you know, you can give credit. Of course, I love to give credit, so I always give credit. I always say thank you to the photographers or the graphic designers who create the work that we're putting into our decks. So this person created the faces, and this woman had a whole bunch of faces. And that's why we were able to make the Witch Becomes Her, because we found more faces on her profile, on her website. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, let's make this other deck. Yes. But anyway, for this deck, I had so much fun finding all the faces that the woman had on her profile. And so at first my husband was like, I don't know how I'm going to make this work, because the faces would just be floating. I'm like, come on, we got to do something. So he figured out how to like weave it in and make it like kind of like fade it out on the side so it didn't look like a floating face. And then he added the hoodie, and then he had he's sketched his own hands and made it girly. So then he put the hands in front of the face, and then we put a hoodie so you wouldn't know that it was just a floating face. It didn't have a body or anything. And then he put little shoulders so it can look like she's coming from like a room, a tarot room, or a special reading room, like the gypsies back in the day. They would come from like the little curtains and stuff, and come from like their carriage, their buggy. And anyway, so it looks like that, like her face is still behind the curtain a little bit, and her hands are doing all the magic. So let's shuffle. What does the collective need to hear? And so after I've been using this deck, I've noticed that I like to take votes, intuitive votes. So I'll ask a question. If I get 2 yeses out of 3, that's a yes. If I get 2 no's out of 3, that's a no. So, and then I kind of like separate them. If I pull more cards, I separate them. I put all the yes cards together, all the no cards, and then I kind of create a story that way. So that's how I've been using it. A little method to the madness, a little trick of the trade when using this deck. So let's see. Will the person watching this have a beautiful rest of the season? Will the person watching this have a beautiful rest of the season? Let's see. Yes, but... Okay. Alright. It's unclear. It can go both ways. You can have a good rest of the month, but it's all in your hands. It's all in your hands. It's all in your magic. And if you decide to just stay where you are and not do anything, you don't have a chance in making it a beautiful month. So what are you going to do? You're going to get up off your chair and make things happen. Time to move on. Time to make a change. And then you will step into your power. Yes, but you got some changes, some explaining to do. No, you got some changes that needs to be made. Yes, but you need to move on. Just like the wheels turning here in the gambling, the numbers need to move in order for you to get out of the fog, right? It's unclear. In order for you to achieve a good rest of the month. Maybe there's something that you don't want to do. You've been putting it on the back burner. You're procrastinating. So unless you turn that wheel, unless the world turns and you see day and night, turning the wheel, turning the world as the world turns, then you will see that you will have a good rest of your month. But something needs to change. Something needs to be, taken charge of. And then it'll be time to move on. Or maybe you need to move on in order to see this change. So that's what I'm getting. And then you'll be able to count on it. See? And then it will happen. Oh my gosh, but you got to follow the light. Alright, so a lot of beautiful energy here for sure. So I do see a beautiful beginning, but something has to be cut out or something has to be decided on because it's unclear. I'm getting two of Swords energy here. Not sure which direction to take, but as long as you're moving in the right direction, as long as you're following your light while you're moving, you'll see a happier day. You'll see a brighter day. Look, follow the light, follow the fireworks, count on it, have faith that it will happen. Look, see, and it will happen. So that's what I'm getting. Thank you so much. Let me know if you are, if you have any questions about this deck and how to use this deck. I do have it on my Etsy. I have, topics on how to use this deck, how to incorporate it into your pick of cards. We created the Crystal Says deck at the same time we created the Time Will Tell deck. So you have yes and no, and you also have timing. This is a time machine. It has months, years, days. It has words in between, like, advice, like very soon. We have what else? Month, days, years. Yeah, that's pretty much it. With beautiful pictures in the middle. Like, kind of like the Crystal Says. Time is trying to tell you something. The hourglass. And look at the back. So take care. You have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.